So a little while ago, a company reached out to me, which is offering a solution for glasses users for PSVR2, and I thought, I haven't heard of these guys before, I'll check them out, and I'll say yes to accepting to review their product. They're called VR Rock, and they specialize in VR accessories, mostly lenses. So if you need glasses to see, you can go and order special prescription lenses that go into your VR headset, so you don't have to worry about scratching the actual lenses of your headset with your glasses lenses. This is a problem that a lot of people run into, and while the PSVR2 is one of the more compatible headsets with glasses on the market right now, I still wouldn't really feel comfortable with putting this on with glasses on because of the risk of scratching the lenses inside. But that's just a me thing. I know some other people have had no problems with glasses, but if you're worried about that or just want some less hassly lens inserts that match your prescription, these are sold for $59 US with coatings on the lenses of anti-scratch, anti-static, anti-UV, anti-reflection, and they're very easy to clean. And I can talk about all these features now and how they are because I've been using them for the past couple of days. Now, if you think these lenses look appealing and you'd like to pick some up, you can go over to my affiliate link in the description below. That does support me directly, and you'll get a lovely little discount on them if they look appealing to you. But of course, if they don't, that's fair enough, and we're going to look at these objectively. Straight off the bat, they came in a nice little package. The actual packaging itself in the mail was fairly soft, and I was a little worried because it wasn't like a hard package, but when opening it up, you can see the lenses actually come with their own little carry case. This is such a nice little touch, and they fit snugly into each of the sides. They're not going to move, they're not going to get scratched, and they also have their protective plastic little covers that they come installed with as well. Overall, I think this carry case is a nice addition and made it all feel a little bit more premium. It's made of good quality, and it kind of set the bar for the rest of the product going forward. Since I don't actually need glasses, I just got the blue light filter and the anti-glare filter on these, and it does include a blue light testing kit that you can see being used right now. It doesn't show up that well on camera, but there is a difference for sure in real life when I was looking through these. I do have a pair of blue light glasses myself, and I find that it does help. Even though it is claimed to be a placebo, I feel like it does help me play for longer periods, and I have actually been noticing them in longer play sessions on the PSVR2. It's felt like there's been less eye strain when I take the headset off, so I'm glad I went for this coating. Anyway, let's get into the lenses themselves. The build quality of these is pretty solid. They don't feel really heavy, which is definitely not what I want to add more weight to the front of the headset and mess up the balance. I think they're 3D printed, but by no means is this a cheap 3D printed product. I haven't had any issues with them cracking or stretching weirdly or not fitting properly, and they seem solidly made for sure. That's what you expect at this price point, and for what I can see, you get what you pay for. The lenses themselves seem really clear, and as they said before, they are actually really easy to clean. I feel like the lenses on my PSVR2 pick up more lint and dust and horrible smears than these do. So make sure to get rid of any smears or smudges or anything on your actual PSVR2 lenses before installing these, so you have a clean experience and don't have to worry about anything on the inside messing up your visuals. This kind of sucks that the PSVR2 doesn't come with a microfiber cloth, but if you have one, use that. Don't use anything else. Don't use your t-shirt to do it. Don't use a bloody napkin. Don't use anything like that. Use a microfiber cloth on these lenses. Nothing oil-based either or anything chemical. That's not what you want here. But just clean it nicely, microfiber cloth, and attach the lenses. And how you do this is simply by sliding them on. They fit really snugly, and there's a little bit on the top that tells you which side they go and which side is the top of the lens. And that really helps with installing them and getting them oriented on the headset lenses themselves. I thought they would clip on, and I was a little worried when they just slid on. I thought they might fall out, but I've had no issues whatsoever when looking up, down, side to side and shaking my head. They've stayed there securely in place because they're fairly tight, but they're not tight enough to maybe make me worry about them damaging the lenses. I was also worried about them damaging the lenses and scratching the lenses of the PSVR2 itself, but there is a fair bit of distance, I think, between these outside lenses and the actual Fresnel lenses of the PSVR2. God, I'm saying lenses a lot. But yeah, I'm happy to report that I've had no problems with scratching. I've not even thought about that since putting them on. They're solidly made, and there's a good bit of distance to stop you from even coming into contact with the actual Fresnel lenses on the headset itself. Now, some complaints I've heard of other lens companies is that their lenses put pressure on your nose if you have a small IPD. Now, what this means is that at the front of the headset, there's a little wheel that you scroll to adjust the lens position to get them right on your eyes so you see the clearest image possible. And on lenses that expand the original fairly big lens size of the PSVR PSVR2, they can put really uncomfortable pressure on your nose or face because it juts out a little more, and on those closer IPDs where the lenses are closer together, that'll become an uncomfortable problem pretty quickly. I'm happy to report this isn't an issue here. I pretty much play on the lowest IPD possible because my face is weird, I guess, and I've had no extra pressure from the lenses at all because there's a little cutout on the bottom of them to make it so that it doesn't stick out any further onto your face. I really appreciate that. I was so worried about that, but I'm glad to report that I've had no issues whatsoever. But I can say I've had one issue overall with these, and it's nothing massive if you're a glasses user, but if you're just purchasing some of these as an extra layer of protection for your headset, which is kind of what I'm doing with these, it might be a little factor that puts you off a tiny bit, and that is that there is slight glare. Even though there is anti-glare on these lenses, I think it's not quite doing enough, or maybe it's the space between the Fresnel lenses and the VR2 lenses, but I can see a kind of green reflection of things when I'm in the dark. Now, this doesn't appear anywhere other than really dark scenes with certain bright elements in them. It's really hard to show, and I haven't really got any footage to explain this, but for example, I was in the dark sewers on The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and when my stamina bar showed up, I saw the reflection of it at the top of the lens in this kind of green haze. It wasn't very clear, but it was definitely there, and that's something to keep in mind. There is a slight glare issue going on there, but it's nothing major. And I've only ever seen it in contrasting situations where I'm in a very dark environment with maybe one light that's shining in the scene. Apart from that, I haven't noticed it at all, and even jumping into the night levels on Kayak VR, I didn't notice it there, so I think it's just very rare cases, but bear in mind that is something I've encountered once or twice. Aside from that though, I've had absolutely no issues with normal glare or colour. These lenses do not adjust the picture of the PSVR2 at all. Obviously they can't make the headset clearer because that's what it is, it's standard out the box, but they don't make it any blurrier and they don't adjust colours even with the anti-blue light filter on there. I really appreciate that because the picture quality is incredibly important to me, and I'm happy to report I've had no issues with discolouring or anything of the sort. I even jumped into some flat games to test out how they fare with those, and it's the same results. These lenses are a solid option for people that need glasses. They don't impede my comfort whatsoever. They don't really add any extra weight. They have a nice little carrying case. They have other coating options you can put on, like the anti-blue light and anti-glare. And for the price, I do believe you get what you pay for. There is that issue of certain glaring in situations like in dark contrasting scenes with bright light sources, but that's the only time I've run into any of those issues, and overall I'm a lot more impressed than I thought I was when this company first approached me. I had no idea what I was getting myself into with a product like this, and I'm incredibly happy with it. So there you have it, my comments on the VR2 lens inserts. I've been very impressed with these, and if you like the look of them, you can head over to my affiliate link in the description below and pick them up at a discounted price. As always, that doesn't impact my review in any way. I'm gonna be honest, and I have been honest, there are one or two issues with these, but aside from that, they've been absolutely flawless for what I need them for. I'm going to keep them on from now on because that extra level of protection when I'm playing against scratches is always appreciated, and I don't have to worry about smudging, and I don't think I can live without that now. I can now rest easy knowing my lenses aren't going to be scratched at all. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy and found this a little bit useful at least. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below if you've got any other PSVR2 accessories you'd like me to take a look at. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.